Good evening, my peeps, my gente. This is Chief, the one half of the dynamic duo, Chief and Stereo. So tonight, I'm just signing in to discuss the upcoming 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. So I got a special guest here with me today. Uh,
Hey,
my boy Doug.
no
He's in
doubt.
the entertainment industry. He also is the president of his group. And let me hear what your group is about, Doug.
Well, I have a talking trash group on Facebook where we talk a lot about sports.
Yeah,
Uh, also, I'm uh, president, CEO of Pulsar Entertainment, still alive and kicking,
no
uh,
doubt.
and still part of the Cornerstones, in which you're familiar with.
Yeah,
Our first, like the first single we ever put out on the Cornerstones was on your label, CEO Records.
no doubt, yo. So we
Yeah,
go way
yeah,
back from like 1996
yeah,
to
yeah,
present.
way back, man. We started off as business and became family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we showed our age, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So,
Yeah,
but it's a pleasure for me to sit here and talk to you, man. I'm filling in for the other half of the dynamic duo tonight, and
yeah,
give Wayne my congratulations when you see him.
no doubt, man, no doubt.
Yeah.
This weekend is a special week.
Hmm.
He's getting hitched,
Yeah, no doubt.
so
Yeah.
I go celebrate with him, man.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
beautiful day. Beautiful day.
So I see that your group is growing exponentially, man. I see a lot of these guys be logging on and talking about sports and so forth. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a good segue to discuss the upcoming 2025 Super Bowl halftime show, in which it was recently announced that Kendrick Lamar
Mhm.
will be headlining this halftime show,
Yes.
and a lot of people like they're surprised that he was given that monumental task, right, to headline it, and they left out like people, individuals of the soil of New Orleans, such as Lil Wayne and Baby, and
Yeah.
in addition to the hot boys, the rest of the hot boys, and
Yes.
Juvenile, and so forth. And also,
Mm.
they have to believe that what about like Master P?
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
how come they left them out?
Mhm. Mhm.
And the thing here is that we all know the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show with Dr. Dre and 50 and Eminem and so forth.
Yes.
And a matter of fact, Kendrick Lamar also was one of the guests on there too.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so it's like, okay, so the Super Bowl was in LA.
Yes.
So naturally, these individuals that were like top of the game for many years,
Mhm.
Dr. Dre, Snoop, and the list goes on and on. In LA, they held it down. So
Yeah.
now it's transitioned now to New Orleans, and
Mhm.
people looking forward for these individuals that's in the rap game that have been
Mhm.
holding down New Orleans for many years. Cash Money Millionaires. They've been around for like almost 30 years, right? 25 years or so,
Yeah. A
and they've
long time.
been
Yeah.
they've been
Long
like
time.
one of the hottest rap labels forever, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Why were they snubbed?
Now,
What are your thoughts?
I mean, well, when you talk about Wayne, first I want to just talk about Wayne. Wayne is one of the best MCs ever, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Iconic rapper. Um, he will go down. He will go down in history as one of the great ones, right?
Yeah.
Uh, his group, the Hot Boys,
Hmm.
when they were hot, they were hot.
They were hot.
Yeah, Baby and Slim, one of
Yeah.
the most, one of the greatest labels ever. It spawned, which Lil Wayne started, uh, Young Money, which he had, had Drake, had
Hmm.
Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
but
Was Young Thug on the label? He's on the label too?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't
You
think
don't
so.
think so? Okay.
Yeah, but we know in this industry, it's like that Janet Jackson song, right? What have you done for me lately, right?
Yeah.
And who's hot? Like when you look at what type of year Kendrick Lamar had with this Drake and with his and Drake battle, and then to come off with a record that the last record, They Not Like Us, which is which became a big in terms of battle records, became a big record, right?
Yeah,
became a big record. Like
I think that not since like The Bridge Is Over, man. You know, in terms of.
But you know what record? Okay, let's talk about it. The Bridge Is Over. One of those iconic big, battle records, right?
Yeah.
And then Drake, when he was battling Meek Mill.
Yeah.
That record he had against Meek Mill. Big battle record. Jay-Z and Nas. Big battle record, right?
Yeah.
But then you go and you get, then Kendrick comes out the box. Boom. They Not Like Us. It got the whole, not only does it have the whole West Coast ringing, it has the whole United States ringing, right?
Yeah, for many months. Months on top of months. As a matter of fact, that even got Rick Ross got beat up in Canada. Like Canada of all places, one of the most peaceful places. You know, he went up there and played that music during his concert and got jumped. Him and his bodyguard and stuff like that.
Yeah, they in Canada. They in Drake territory, right? Yeah. So it's like, hey, this guy Kendrick is having a phenomenal year. Like if you just want to say like the art of battling, like hip hop battling, like he's slicing and dicing Drake right now, right?
Yeah.
So when you go on the other side and you look at the NFL, and the NFL is like, hey, this is a business. We want who's hot, right? Like seven times. The Super Bowl has been in New Orleans.
7 times, okay.
7 times. There's not one. I can't remember one artist that was from New Orleans.
That part just okay. All right.
Yeah, and I'm sure during that time span, those 7 times that the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, I'm sure Wayne was probably, all the hot boys was at their heights, right?
Yeah.
And probably had a chance to perform.
But it never. But you see, here's the caveat. Our people is in charge of it now, meaning Jay-Z.
Right. You're right.
You know, in terms of the industry,
You're right.
you know,
You're right. Yeah.
they're in charge of the talent and so forth. So since he has a foot in the door, he got to look out for his rap artists and his people. You get me?
Yeah.
Because before it used to be like country music and all that stuff being played. In New Orleans during the halftime show and other stuff like that. So now he's a hip hop artist. He got to look out for his people, right?
So he's bringing a lot of culture.
Yes.
He's bringing a lot of culture.
Yes.
To the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right. He's bringing a lot of culture. So but to be honest, I think Kendrick was the number one choice.
Think he was the number one. So just to give you like a little background on Wayne, you know, it's Cash Money. You know, he's with Hot Boy, with Juvenile, BG. Is it Turk?
Yes,
and Fresh and so forth, right?
Yes.
Yo, a matter of fact, in the 90s, he was guest feature on like almost everyone's album and singles and so forth. Every time you turn on the radio, it's always Lil Wayne guest feature.
Okay.
You know, in 2018, he won a Grammy,
Yeah.
right? And then he also created Young Money, and he recruited Nicki Minaj, right? And Drake is selling like records on top of records, and also making Nicki Minaj. So
Yes.
you know, it's like Cash Money. It was just the main base artist, and then it branched off into Young Money, and now Young Money is basically controlling the industry. In other words,
Yes.
Drake got the industry a lot. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't like him, right? Based on how successful he is.
Yes.
Just like the Yankees. A lot of people didn't like the Yankees because the Yankees always been successful, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
some of them hate on the Yankees, so they hate on Drake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they come at him, right? But to be fair, Kendrick Lamar, he won. Lil Wayne won 1 Grammy. Kendrick Lamar won around 17, and he's a Pulitzer a prize winner.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know,
but and since you mentioned that was a good word, caveat. Here's another caveat, and I didn't know this. I just happened to wake up one morning and TV was on, and I forgot what show it was. But this guy, he's a former NFL player. I don't even know who he is, to be honest, because if they're not playing like a lot of the offensive positions, if there was a defensive player, a lot of them you don't know, right?
Yeah.
But he put me on to something. Now you know oh man, how enamored the NFL is with Taylor Swift.
I saw that comment. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that Taylor Swift and what's his name?
Kelty?
No, Taylor. We talking about it right now. I'm having an old man moment. Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar did a record together called Bad Blood.
Oh, that was Kendrick Lamar in there?
Yeah.
Bad Blood.
Taylor Swift.
Yo, that was a big hit, yo.
Yeah, they did a record together. Now, to be honest, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, right?
Yeah.
But they did a record together called Bad Blood, and he said, "Can you imagine the setup if Kansas City is at the Super Bowl in the Super Bowl again?"
Yeah.
And Kendrick Lamar brings out Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. I see it. I see where we're going.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I see where we're going.
And then I was talking to some other people, and they were like, "Hey, respectfully, people like Wayne. People give Wayne his props as an MC, but when you talk about having someone represent you after the show and before the show, who would you rather talk to right now?" Right? Like, I would like if to be honest, from a business side, like, and I'm not saying Wayne is not intelligent, not smart, but the way Kendrick Lamar articulates himself, I would, and on top of what type of year he's had, and plus, his other accolades, the multiple Grammys, the Pulitzer Prize. Honestly, I would rather have at this moment Kendrick representing me from a business standpoint.
And just to piggyback on that, Wayne also admitted that he'd be forgetting some of his rap songs, right? And he right? He said he'd be blanking out, right? He don't remember some of his songs, right? And then he looked, to be honest with you, it appears that he's high a lot, right? I'm quite sure he's an intelligent guy because he's been in the industry for a while. He makes money and he understands the industry, right? But it appears that he's like high as, I don't know if they put him on stage, he's gonna remember his rap songs, you know.
And for someone like and for a big business like the NFL,
Yeah,
that's a liability.
that's very much so.
Right? And
Yeah.
and it's funny that you mentioned that because again, I'm watching something that he was like, hey, it's been plenty shows where, you know, like Wayne has been on stage and he has been high, right?
Yeah.
Which is normal for artists, right? For artists.
Yeah.
I don't care what genre probably except for gospel, right?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and yeah, probably except for gospel, right? And who knows, right? But this is normal. This is normal for an artist. But they were talking about, hey, Lil Wayne did a concert for Amazon, and Amazon was like, yo, we not having that, right? You're gonna have to be sober because the other shows that Wayne did, because you know there was reports of him being high, they were like, yo, it was lackluster.
Yeah.
So now he did the Amazon show, and that show was great. But NFL is like, hey, we're not taking that risk. We can have a guy that's hot as fish grease, that one of the biggest records of 2000. Had the biggest record of 2024, right?
Yeah.
Can articulate himself well.
Yes.
One of the top MCs right now. Like if I had to rank right now the MCs that's out, to me, he's number 2 in my ranking.
Yeah. He's
right
hot
now.
like fish grease. He's hot like fish grease right now.
Yeah. Like personal favorites for me, the only MC that I think that's better than Kendrick right now is J. Cole to me.
Yeah.
I had like current MCs. That's not my all-time list, but current MCs, I had J. Cole, Kendrick, and then Drake.
Yeah.
Current, right?
Yeah.
But so now the NFL is like, yo, we got somebody hot as fish grease. Jay-Z can vouch for him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I know this guy got the goods. We looking at him. We've seen him perform. We know he got the goods. His stage presence and shows are phenomenal.
I heard about that.
His stage shows is phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. So if I'm the NFL, I'm like, hey, Wayne, love you. I know we're in New Orleans, but the NFL appeals to a broader picture. Right?
Yeah.
This is not the BET Awards. This is not, you know, the BET Awards is appealing to a certain demographic.
A certain niche, a niche of individual. Yeah. You know how that goes, right?
Yeah. So now when it's not the BET Awards, man.
Yeah, it's true. You know, the NFL represent. A matter of fact, it represents the whole broad, I say spectrum of America, and also international because you know they've been playing a lot of like games overseas. Matter of fact, they played. I'm not too sure which team played in Brazil recently.
Yes.
And also in England and so forth. So they're trying to make it more of an international, appeal. And there's a lot of like expats that live overseas that still watch a lot of football and so forth.
Yes.
So they're trying to make it, give it a broader appeal. So of course, you know, they looking for a safer performer. As opposed to a riskier performer.
Yeah. And I know, and I well, also, like, I know, like, from knowing you, like, you respect the people who did it first all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like, so do you feel like Wayne should have gotten a nod?
Even if you know, I was rooting for him because of that, it being his hometown of New Orleans.
Yes, yes.
Jay-Z, that's his namesake Carter. They got the
Yeah,
same last name.
yeah.
Um, did they ever do any music together?
Yeah, they did.
They did an album together, right?
I don't not an album,
Not album, but songs
couple of
together, right?
tracks. Yeah, a couple of tracks they did together, a few tracks they did
Yeah.
together. Yep.
Um, so it's just a headliner, but I think that since it's been an uproar, I think they should incorporate them.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
also
yeah.
even incorporate Master P as well. Because remember,
And
Master P was holding it down for a long time.
yeah, but you know what? Like somebody said, matter of fact, what's Michael Irvin?
Yeah.
I was watching Michael Irvin, and Michael Irvin is on it is what it is with Cameron and Mace, right?
Yeah.
So Michael Irvin said, "Hey, maybe Kendrick can incorporate Wayne and the Hot Boys, and and he didn't say Master P, but now that you mention it, Master P as well.
Yeah.
So now I felt like Cameron and Mace came back with the prideful answer, the rapper machismo, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, I ain't gonna be nobody's sideshow in my hometown, right?
Yeah.
Like, my guy, stop.
He want to be the main.
Yeah, we talking about this is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is the and we talk about a spot that the artist most time pays for to be on because it's that big of a spotlight.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like who was Mary J. Blige on with Dr. Dre that year?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, but the point, what I was getting ready to say, the artist that appears on the halftime show, their streaming numbers go up tremendously.
Yes.
Like,
and they after for like a week or two, up to a couple months.
Yeah.
Because it gives them a wider audience, as opposed to just like R&B, hip hop. It goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So a lot of people be like interested in Google them and so forth, and they purchase their music and listen to music, they stream their music after that.
Exactly. And to your point, it's not only being shown in America, it's being shown internationally.
Internationally.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of Americans, like I said, expats, right? Mm-hmm. And also the military, people in the military live overseas, whether it is Korea, South Korea, Japan, Germany, or whatever. And a lot of them bring that American style football over there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And they tell the natives over there and incorporate the natives over there. So in those countries. So it's become it's growing exponentially, American football.
Yes. And I just and to be honest, man, I just look at the year that Kendrick had, and I'm like, he had like even like just from a hip hop purist point of view, like I don't know why, like I wasn't really trying to follow the battle like everybody was, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't shake it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that was being talked about. Whether people said it was a distraction for something else or whatever, regardless of all that.
Yeah.
You couldn't shake it. Like everybody was talking about it.
Everybody.
And then you saw how big that Not Like Us record became. It was ridiculous. I was like, man, this is like one of the biggest battle records ever, right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say the best, right? Maybe I'm biased to a certain era, but as far as biggest impact, like I don't know if there was any record big. Like none of the artists that we mentioned that had really big battle records ever got to perform at the Super Bowl.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's only and And I believe he's only performing at the Super Bowl because of that battle and that record.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Jay-Z, he says, so when Jay-Z spoke about Kendrick Lamar headlining the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show, he says Kendrick Lamar is truly a once-in-a-generation artist and performer. His deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision. He has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Remember, that's the key word, globally.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come.
Yeah.
That was Jay-Z's statement.
Yeah. And the big thing that stands out, the word that you emphasize on was globally.
Globally.
That is Kendrick Lamar is appealing to people globally at this point in time. Like you have somebody who was a trailblazer, right?
Yeah.
That led the way for Kendrick to do his thing, which is Lil Wayne. But when you talk about who's hot as fish grease right now, come on. You know? Come on. Like, it's Kendrick Lamar. You know? And you know, and the funny thing, how I first got put on to Kendrick Lamar was maybe, I want to say about 10, 12 years ago, was my little cousin, Buffy.
Okay.
My little cousin, she put me on to Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, who is this guy right here? You know, I was like, who is this guy? This guy is not Jay-Z, you know? But
yeah.
He's turning into one of those. He has turned into an iconic artist. You know, iconic artist.
Yeah,
man.
But for a while, we didn't hear from him for a while. I don't know if he was in a hiatus or he was touring or whatever. And then all of a sudden, boom, he's like,
yeah. But you know what? I'm hyped to see what his performance is going to be like, right? Because we've had, like, hands down, when you talk about Super Bowl performances, the best one I've seen, like, and I looked at it. I looked at the old video of it not too long ago. It was Michael Jackson. With Michael Jackson, yeah, with Michael
that
Jackson,
was good.
Yeah, with Michael Jackson performed at the Super. Yo, ain't nobody topping Mike, right? Then you want to
no.
Yeah, right. You want to say Prince was a good one. He was in the ring for real.
Yes,
Prince was great. I think Beyonce.
What about with Janet Jackson and Janet Jackson and what's his name?
That was good for a number of reasons, right? yeah, that was good with Janet Jackson.
Yes,
even with the controversy, right? I thought that was good, right? And when it happened, I was watching the game, and I was like, "Did I just see what I just saw?" You know?
Yeah, I did the same thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it was like, what just you know? Did that just happen? But it did, right?
Yeah.
That was a moment that nobody's going to forget. And was she dating Jermaine Dupri at the time?
I think she was married to him at the time.
Okay, so Jermaine wasn't going to forget either, right?
No.
Yeah, right. Yo, my lady is exposed on national TV. What the hell is this, right? So Jermaine Dupri will never forget that as well, right?
No.
I'm sure they had a great conversation once they got home, right?
Yeah.
He's
like, what the hell?
Yeah, what the hell, fat, is going on right here, right? Oh man! And then what did Justin Timberlake say? I'm sorry, right? Yeah, that's
he blamed her.
He did, right?
Yeah,
he did. Like, how you blame her and you the one that ripped it off, right? Like,
he blamed her.
Yeah, but And then the most recent ones, man. Like I think that the whole Dr. Dre with the whole different artists with Eminem and
Yeah.
I thought that was great. And I thought Rihanna was great. You know?
Yeah. Actually, she was pretty good, even though she was pregnant.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah,
Rihanna was
yeah.
great, man. I thought Rihanna.
A matter
I
of
was
fact,
like,
in 2022, when Dr. Dre performed along with Snoop and the rest of them, Jay-Z wanted Eminem to perform,
yeah,
right, as well.
yeah,
But Eminem said he's not going to be on there unless 50 Cent. A matter of
yeah.
fact, I heard Jay-Z didn't want 50 on it for whatever
Uh-huh.
reason, any beef that they have or whatever.
Yeah,
And Eminem was like, nah,
yeah,
my artists need to be on there.
yeah. I need 50.
You know, I'm not going to be on there unless my artist on there. So
Yeah, that was a stand-up.
with that being said,
was a
he
stand-up
looked
move.
out for his people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to be the over under for how many different artists Kendrick's going to bring out, right? I want to see, like, is he going to bring like, because man, Dr. Dre brought out a whole bunch of people, and then when they were crip walking during the Super Bowl halftime show, I was like, yo, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. But
Listen, a matter of fact, when it was the crip walk, I see like white girls and young kids and all that crip walking on on TikTok and
yeah.
and Facebook and Instagram. Even they weren't exposed to it before. They became exposed to it. You know?
Yeah, man. Damn.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. So
This is like normally you would see like in little niche, niche areas, also on YouTube and so forth.
Yeah.
But now, like with the crip walking, like everybody started doing once they saw that on the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah. But you know what's going to be interesting? It's going to be interesting to see if Kendrick's going to drop a new project after the Super Bowl, right? Which a lot of artists do, right? And
gotta strike while it's hot.
Yeah. And two,
that momentum.
Because Usher did, right?
Yeah.
Usher did. He dropped the project.
I remember that. Yeah.
He did this, and then I want to see the impact this has on Drake's career, right? Because he's going to perform a battle record going at Drake. Which in this battle record, he calls Drake a pedophile, right? So
I remember that. And also his boy, right?
Yeah.
He said his boy's a pedophile as well.
Yeah. That's what he calls a pedophile. He calls his boy, right? Yeah. So I'm like,
I remember that.
Where? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see the impact that this has on Drake's career, because
that's true.
At some point, all the mighty have fallen. Like Drake had hip hop in a chokehold
for a long time.
Yeah, very long time.
Yeah,
very long time. Yeah.
For a very, very long time.
Yes,
and to present, actually, he's just in a little hiatus because Kendrick Lamar knocked him off the front line temporarily.
Yeah.
But for some apparent reason, the ladies, they love Drake, man.
Oh, for sure.
They love him.
I mean, he earned it, man. Well, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the records he made, man. Like, yo, like Drake is a great artist too, man. I like, yeah. He
just make a lot of people say, oh, he made commercial hits, commercialized rap or whatever it is. But he just picked some hits,
Yeah, but it is what it is. That's like we know, this record making. That's what it's about, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't tell me one artist, one group that don't want a big time commercial hit. I don't care who you are as an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there's any artist that starts out saying, "Hey, I don't want a commercial hit."
No,
Right?
no, no. You want to be a commercial success, you know.
Yes.
You want to make money, you want to build and grow your audience, and you want to keep your audience. That's the main thing, because a lot of artists, when they come out, they're able to attract an audience, but after a while, that audience fade away because they're no longer making the type of music or the good music anymore. Right? Because look, for instance, look at like people like the Rolling Stones and artists such as that, groups.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen, they have lifelong audience. They don't even have to make another song.
Yeah.
But they have their fans that will follow them around all over the world. Like buy a plane ticket, to go to England just to see him play in Wembley Stadium.
Yes.
That's how dedicated a lot of their fans are.
Yeah.
Because they made good quality music for many years. We're not talking about like one hit wonder or just make some two good albums. I'm talking about like multiple albums that were great.
Yeah.
With a lot of hit songs, commercial songs.
100%.
That people is able to it attract people because those songs mean a lot to them. They might be going through some things at the time, and that song right there resonate with them.
Yep.
And that right there attracts them to that particular artist, and you become a lifelong fan of theirs.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. You're 100% right. And then again, going back to the Super Bowl, this is how you create lifelong fans, having great performances at events like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy, but I think that also Master P, and also people were talking about what's that guy that be doing the bounce, Big Frida.
Oh, okay.
They should incorporate Big Frida in it. You familiar with Big Frida?
Yeah. I've seen Big Frida. I'm not like 100% familiar.
He's what is he, a trans man or whatever it is? But he do a lot of the New Orleans bounce music.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I think Beyonce had incorporated a lot of the bounce tracks.
Is Big Frida a trailblazer as far as that bounce music is concerned?
Yes.
Okay.
All the single ladies, she got the bounce track behind it.
Yeah.
So they were saying that they should also incorporate a lot of maybe Big Frida songs, or play some of the songs within the halftime show, or even
But you know what? Like Kendrick gonna have some songs that ring off. He had some songs that was ringing off, especially during like that whole Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
Yo, I think his performance is gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be crazy.
So overall, you think that Jay-Z made the right decision?
100%.
Because people are saying that while Colin Kaepernick he took a knee, Jay-Z was taking the bag from the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate that is, but in terms of Jay-Z, it's a shoe, it's a foot in, right?
Yeah.
The door, and a lot of good things could happen because once he opened up that door, it's a possibility that maybe in the near future, they'll be able to be a black team franchise owner.
Yeah.
If the good old boys is able to bless us with that.
And I mean that's something to look
because
forward
they have to vote on that whether or not to let another expansion team.
But like you said, it's a good old boys club. You know? I mean, not to say that it can't happen, but that's something to look forward to, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's going to be somebody like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. You got black ownership, like majority black ownership in the NBA. There's no majority black ownership in the NFL.
Yeah,
right?
I think Baron Allen wanted to buy wanted to buy an expansion team.
But like you
But
said,
yeah,
you gotta get voted in. You just like
yeah.
you just can't walk up and say, "Hey,
Hey,
yeah, it's not. This is not like buying
yeah,
a
yeah.
ice cream sandwich." You know,
Even if you have the money, you still got to go through you got to walk the gauntlet.
and yeah, like you said, if you can, even if you have the money, and
Yeah.
then when you talk about the 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 level of billionaires, like
Mm-hmm.
and millionaires, as a unit, as a people, we're still, even if we're on the Forbes list, we're
Yeah.
still ranking
Yeah.
low on
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we multi-millionaires, lower billionaires, but not
Yeah.
wealthy.
Yeah.
Wealthy people pay multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
You know, you could be worth 200, 300, $400 million, but you're not wealthy.
Wealthy. Yeah.
Your wealth, you need the wealth that for the next 400-500 years, your family's still eating off that table.
Exactly. So now,
Yeah.
when you look at the list and you're like, yo, hold up, we still got a way to go, especially in that regard, like trying to get an NFL team. That's a hard climb, man, because like you said, it's a good old boys organization, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But
man.
it was a good chat today, man.
Yes, sir.
And I also want to thank my audience for tuning in.
Yes.
You know, nice discussion.
Yes,
my boy,
yes.
like I said, we go way back.
Oh,
Over
man,
30 years, over 30 years, man.
Yeah. And anytime you want me to come on with you, man, this is fun, man. This is just me talking to my brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, man. I appreciate everything, man. And we definitely we're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna definitely come on your show.
Yes.
You know, talking trash.
Yes,
Indeed,
yeah.
Talk a lot of trash, football, basketball, all that stuff.
Exactly. And just to let you know, I am bringing it back. I'm bringing it back.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the little advertisements I do on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No doubt, man.
But I appreciate it. I appreciate it, brother. And again, safe travels and thanks for having me.
No doubt, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. All right.
Peace. All right, brother.
Doubt.
Take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good one. Yeah. All right.